Let's first take a look at how the Asian markets have started off today. And it's a fairly positive start considering the recovery that you saw on Wall Street overnight. The Hang Seng trading with gains of close to 2% now. The Taiwanese index too trading with gains of 0.6% higher. The Nikkei though is the outperformer because there are concerns or there is news surrounding a potential snap election taking place in the country. The markets were shut yesterday, but they have opened today with gains of close to 3.5% on the Nikkei. So the Nikkei is the outperformer among the Asian indices this morning. You pull up the GIFT Nifty, that will give you an idea of how our own markets are likely to start off. Well, the recovery that we saw in yesterday's trading session, as of now, it does appear as if it might continue, as what the implied open is currently suggesting, a 40-point uptick as we speak. But to set you up for today's trade, we'll tell you the cues that you need to watch out for today, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and of course the setup on the F&O side of things as well. Until noon yesterday, well, it seemed as if it would be a sixth straight day of losses, and a very severe one at that. At the intraday low, the index was at 25,473, which is exactly 900 points lower from the record high levels. Then came Sergio Gore, then came his remarks, and then you can see the recovery that you saw after 12:30 on the indices, be it the Nifty, be it the Nifty Bank, or be it the mid-cap index. There you can see it's a tale of two halves on both sides. The Nifty eventually closing with gains of 100 points, the Nifty Bank closing with gains of close to 200 points, notwithstanding the fact that the Nifty was up almost 300 points from the lows of the day. But that recovery is going to be put to test today. There are multiple factors for that. One, sources have told CNBC TV18 that there are no formal talks yet in place, or they are scheduled between the two officials as yet. This is what sources have told us. The second bit being that today is the Nifty weekly expiry. Third being the fact that TCS and HCL Tech both will be reacting to their results today. And of course, the overnight sell-off on Wall Street, what was supposed to happen, has not happened. There has been a recovery. So that also needs to be kept in mind for today's session. Now, 25,500 remains a firm base for the index, as was evident yesterday as well. We broke below that intraday, but managed a very swift recovery from there. Now, 25,800 to 26,000 band on the upside remains that key hurdle for the index to cross now. For the Nifty Bank, well, we are very close to 59,500, so that becomes the first level to watch on the upside. But 59,000, that was protected yesterday, so that will be an important level to watch on the downside as well. There are plenty of earnings today. ICICI Lombard, ICICI Prudential, watch out for Tata Elxsi. That was an outperformer earlier last week as well, so keep an eye out on that. Bank of Maharashtra, Just Dial, all of them reporting results today. So broader market results in today's session. Watch out for Canara HSBC as well. The shareholder lock-in ends today. So there is plenty to track in today's session, and for now the GIFT Nifty is indicating a positive start for our own markets. You can call it that. A 43-point uptick is what the implied open is suggesting. So most likely we open around that 25,840, 850 mark if this implied open sustains. Over to Upasana now, who will tell you the stocks that should be on your radar in today's session. Upasana, good morning. What's on your list?
Good morning, Hormaz. Firstly, let me start with the stocks in the back of the Q3 numbers. TCS reported largely inline set of numbers. Revenue saw an uptick of 2%. Net profit down 12%, but margins steady at 25.2%. Next up is HCL Tech, a beat on all front. Revenue up 6%, margin at 18.6% versus 17.26% sequentially. And the company has also revised its CC revenue growth guidance to 4.5% from 3 to 5%. Next up is Anand Rathi Wealth. The net profit has seen an uptick of 29% on year-on-year basis, and revenue has also seen an uptick of 22%. Next up is GTPL Hathway. The company has reported a net profit growth of 9% on Y-on-Y basis, and revenue has seen an uptick of 5%. Adani Energy also came up with its Q3 update. The collection efficiency remains steady at 101.7% on year-on-year basis. Kalpataru Projects also came up with its Q3 update. The pre-sales has seen a downtick of 14%, and collection has seen an uptick of 17% on year-on-year basis. Next up on our radar is Biocon. The QIP's launched. The issue size is 4,150 crore and the indicative price is around 369 per share at a 5% discount to the current market price. NLC India is the next one on our radar. The company has received in principle approval for listing of NLC India Renewables Limited. And lastly, coming to KPI Green, it signs MOU with Government of Gujarat for a renewable energy project worth nearly about 4,000 crores. So all in all, we'll be watching out for all these stocks in today's trading session.
Upasana, thank you for that update there. Over to Sudarshan, who joins in with cues from the F&O space. Sudarshan, good morning. Weekly expiry today. Does the move sustain?
Good morning, Harmaz. So yesterday's recovery you have attributed to Sergio Gold. Just on a lighter note, do you mean what exactly Sergio mean? It means protector. So basically his comment helped market to protect some of the important levels. But if you talk about the F&O data, now the Nifty range would be from 25,550 to 26,000. FIs, they continue to build positions on the short side. Yesterday also, they have added long positions, but on the short side, they continue to build positions heavily. So in the index futures, we saw selling of more than 1,200 crore. In the stock futures, they have done minor buying of around 890 crore. On the long side, they have added positions of around 1,300 contracts, and now long's exposure remains around 8%. That's multi-year lows. On the short side, they have added positions of more than 8,000 contracts, and exposure remains around 92%. Now come to the options data. On the call side, two options that were the most active ones, 25,850 and 25,800. So after the recovery that we have seen intraday, we have seen premium for both these options rising. But on the put side, 25,700 and 5,750 for both these options, premium has seen a fall. So support for Nifty, 25,550, that's the 100-day moving average. Resistance would be 25,960, that's the 50-day moving average. As far as Nifty Bank is concerned, support would be around 59,080, that's the 50-day moving average, and resistance would be around record high. Financials are the one sector that's the best place. Yesterday also we have seen this financials outperforming majority of the indices. So resistance would be around 60,437. Two stocks remain in the bench, SAIL and Saman Capital. Hitachi has been seeing fresh shorts. GAIL has seen fresh longs. And keep an eye on IEX, unusual mover, and it has been seeing short covering.
Oh yes, continues to remain in the news, does IEX. Sudarshan, thank you for that update.